Hi guys, welcome to 40 and Beyond. I know it has been months that I have not posted a video, but I wanted to jump on today and just give a little update as to what has been happening with me. I've been going through so much, but I started intermittent fasting, and how it came about was that I started to do a little bit more praying. And I remember that persons normally when they pray, they normally do fasting with a prayer, and it's normally said that prayer and fasting works hand in hand. So I did a 3-day fast. I'll give you another video as to things that I did before, but I did a 3-day fast, 3 full days of fasting. All I would have is water. I would have tea without sugar, nothing else but the tea leaves in the water. Ginger, like ginger tea, spearmint tea, neem tea, black tea, that's what it's called, I don't remember them, or green tea. So I just had tea, water, that's all I had for the first 3 days. And then afterwards, on the 3rd day, the final day, I broke my fast. But what I did was at 2:30 every day. So to backtrack a little in terms of even the fasting and the prayer, I was a part of some sessions that my sister put on, which was supposed to be building me religiously in the Christian faith, and also to help me to find out what are my gifts. I don't know if you ever thought about, what are the gifts that God has given to you. I know everybody has a gift, right? So in doing that, it provoked me to be doing some prayer and fasting. So I fasted for 3 days, and I prayed at 2:30 every day. Read my Bible and prayed at 2:30 every day. Now, after I did my fasting for 3 days, it just so happened that it popped up on my phone about intermittent fasting. So I said, hey, okay, let me just read about this and see, what is intermittent fasting. And it spoke about how intermittent fasting is good for your health, and how eating ever so often really affects your digestion, right? Because your body wasn't made to be constantly processing food. And also diabetes runs in my family, so there's a high possibility of me getting diabetes, and I've been always trying my best to fight or to do things to mitigate against me having diabetes. So I have pretty much everyone on my father's side has diabetes, and yet I don't have it. Knock on wood, I don't have any wood, but I don't want to get diabetes. So I've been trying to do some lifestyle change, and especially, as I said, I'm now 40 and getting older. So I started my intermittent fasting. What I did after coming up the 3-day fast, you have the 16-8. You have the meaning you fast for 16 hours, you eat for 8 hours, or I think there's 10, 14, there's 18-6. So what I chose to do was the 18-6. So I sleep for 18, or I don't eat for 18 hours, and then I have a 6-hour window of eating. Based on readings, persons complain that it was hard and whatever. But to be truthful with you, when I did the 3-day fast, the first 24 hours was the hardest. When I got to 24 hours, when I got to 24 hours, sorry, my dog was coughing, I felt hungry. But then afterwards, like, the hunger just went. I was like, how is it that the hunger just went? We just really just went. But I looked forward to eating, because I guess I'm just used to eating. So it's something that we do every day. We're used to eating. And I did the 18-hour fast. So what my 18 hours would have been is stop eating by 8 o'clock, and then eat the following day by, would it have been, is it 4 o'clock? I think it's 4 o'clock. Let me just double check it. So stop eating at 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Oh, am I counting correctly? I'm not counting correctly. Alright, stop eating at 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 12 meaning, sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm not adding properly. So if I stop eating at 8 in the night, 8 the following morning would be 12 hours. And then 9, 10, 11, 12, 30, that's 1, 2, 2 o'clock. I would eat at 2. So, right. So what I did that, and then afterwards, my son actually went on a fast, but his fast ended at 12. And then when he started to make something to eat, you know, it would normally affect me because I'm now smelling the food and I'm saying, oh, I want to go eat. So I changed my fasting time to stop eating at 6 and then eating by midday the following day when he was eating. So what I found though, because remember, most of the hours you'll be asleep, because between 6 to 8, I guess you go to bed probably, well, by 8 o'clock I'm laying in my bed. I may not be sleeping, but I'm laying in my bed. And I try not to eat after that time. So between 8 to 8 the next day, you'd be pretty much sleeping unless, you know, you have work to go. But I don't go out to work. So I don't have to wake up early to get ready to go and tackle the traffic. So 8 to 8 would have been 12 hours that I would be sleeping pretty much. And I would only have 6 hours being up and, you know, not eating. When I got to 12 o'clock, I found that I was really hungry and I never really had to eat. Based on research that or other videos that I've watched, they say, you know, you don't necessarily need to eat during the at the beginning of your eating window. What you should do is wait until you're hungry and then eat. So sometimes it's a mind over matter thing, because I realized when I was telling myself that I was hungry, I really wasn't hungry. Like if I had some water, I didn't feel the hunger again. Right? And when I started to really challenge my body, I realized really and truly I was just eating just because of eating sake. You just say, okay, if you want something to eat when you really were not hungry. No, what I have found though, and I'm not saying it is specifically because of the fasting, because prior to that I started to have a lot of water, and also, you know, I was trying to balance my hormones, so I was having a lot of supplements and stuff which would help with balancing my hormones. So during that time and now that I've started my intermittent fasting, I was 176 pounds and I'm now 163 pounds, right? So I've lost some weight over the time. Now in terms of eating, yes, I would say that there are certain things that I've changed in terms of like not really eating a lot of fast food, because, you know, and then when I was eating fast food, it was really at some really odd times. So I tried to reduce the eating of fast food, and the things that I started to eat, I guess, were a little bit more on the healthier side. And I would have occasions when I would have juice. No, I can't remember the last time I think the last time I had juice, probably months ago. My mother made some June plum juice. But I try not to have any juice, or, you know, just reduce the amount of sugar that I have. Now, what I noticed when I started doing the fasting is that, you know, during the time that we're used to getting up and say, oh, your parents tell you, you must eat breakfast, but if you don't eat breakfast, you won't be able to learn at school. And you know what I've found is that during the time that I'm not eating, that I'm fasting, I'm clearer in my mind. I can think more clearer. Another thing I could possibly attribute to is that sometimes when we do eat breakfast, it's not something healthy we're eating, like say for cereal, or, you know, Jamaicans, we eat white dumpling and things like that. And when you eat those things, it spikes your insulin, so you get a boost of energy, and then afterwards there's no energy. So, you know, we talk about niggeritis. That's what it is, eating the wrong things, getting that boost of energy, and then you just have a crash after, hence the reason you want to sleep. So I found that during the time that I have been fasting, I have not been as tired. My mental clarity is a little bit better when I fast. Now I'll do another video after this to tell you what I use to break my fast, and I found that I don't have that spike and that crash. But what has been great for me is the mental clarity I've gotten for doing the intermittent fasting. I've been losing weight, and I've been finding more time to read my Bible and to pray. And it has done a world of difference for me for this time that I have done it. You should try it also. So my next video or subsequent videos from them, I will speak on, what the vital supplements I took, what I used to break my fast, and I'm hoping to someday show you what I looked like, if I can find a picture before and after. So bye guys, thanks for coming back to my channel, and I will ask you also if you can subscribe and like, comment, and if you want, also share with your friends and family as I continue this journey of 40 and beyond. Bye.